This is the download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news in the business of podcasting. I'm Gavin Gaddis. Here's what you need to know for today, Wednesday, August 27th. For my first story, the Trade Desk's redefinition of supply paths ripples across ad tech. The Trade Desk has reclassified supply-side platforms, SSPs, as resellers. As Seb Joseph's writing frames it, the reclassification shifts SSPs from being the critical pipes carrying publisher inventory all the way to being middlemen interrupting that flow. And the reseller mark is more than just semantics, as the Trade Desk's AI-powered platform, Kokai, penalizes resold inventory, favoring, air quotes, clean supply paths direct between publishers and advertisers. The Trade Desk SVP of Inventory Development, Will Doherty, tells Digiday that while the Trade Desk isn't inherently against SSPs making a margin, they've seen margin extraction up to 60%. While it is possible to tweak Kokai to not devalue SSPs through changing your settings or getting a Trade Desk rep on the phone, critics frame redefining SSPs as a way to make the Trade Desk's own products more appealing of an investment. Next up, podcasting global growth from Latin America to the United States. This is an interview with Ozen FM CEO and co-founder Rodrigo Tigre. During Podcast Movement 2025, I sat down with the Ozen FM co-founder to record a video interview, which is linked in the description. With 10 years of experience in podcasting, Tigre sees programmatic catching up to the needs of podcasting in big markets like the United States, but not necessarily as quickly in global markets. As such, the goal of Ozen.fm is to help bridge that gap by giving podcast AI-powered tools that allow advertising both in one's original language as well as on a global scale. Next up, Taylor Swift sets Guinness World Record with New Heights podcast appearance. News travels fast, but Swifties travel faster. As NBC News reports, Taylor Swift has a new Guinness World Record to add to her stack of album sales records. Guinness World Records has proclaimed her guest appearance on the New Heights with Travis and Kelsey podcast a couple weeks ago as the most concurrent views for a podcast on YouTube, reaching 1.3 million viewers at once during launch on August 13th. While, of course, Taylor Swift is the ultimate outlier given her popularity. For example, Swift has set so many world records, Guinness World Records put her on their icon list. This moment shows the potential of podcasting leaning into live events, whether they're live or pre-recorded footage. New Heights landed over 21 million views on that core episode alone just by hyping up its release of information that the fan base was specifically interested in. While not every upload has to be this special, event podcasting shows productions don't have to live and die by whether viewers passively tune in every week. And for the final top story, Katie Nolan on keeping sports casual with SiriusXM. I was a busy bee at Podcast Movement, so this is another interview that I did the same day, actually, to end out top stories today. I spent some time at the conference chatting with journalist Katie Nolan about her experience coming from the video production and television world into podcasting with her new show, Casuals. Nolan says podcasting solves for her number one gripe in the world of TV journalism: stilted, unnatural conversations. In the world of podcasts, people can have natural, flowing conversations without stressing about how many seconds are left until the next commercial break or concern about saying something live on air. It's allowed her to launch Casuals with a focus not necessarily sellable on TV. Sports discussion specifically built to appeal to people who would like sports if sports didn't seem like an impenetrable maze of terminology and math. It's kind of wild how, once you look at them like that, sports and tabletop RPGs kind of are really similar as hobbies when you think about it. As for the rest of the news, a new post from Radio Info features snippets of a conversation with Brian Barletta about the current state of podcasting and how niche creators are still a focal point of what makes podcasting special. Amplitude Media Partners has partnered with pro poker player Daniel Negreanu to monetize his YouTube vlog that was filmed alongside 50 days of the World Series of Poker. Marketing Brew has a new piece on the Congressional Creators Caucus and the bipartisan group's plans to give content creators a voice in legislative matters this fall. And finally, Podstock has announced a new feature called Episode 360 that consolidates engagement statistics from short-form clips back to the parent podcast episode they were clipped from. Be sure to check out the links to everything I've talked about today by clicking on the handy-dandy link in the show notes, which will take you to soundsprofitable.com. Or you can go there and mouse over to the download section yourself, and you can subscribe to the newsletter while you're there. It has all of the links all inside it. The download is written and produced by Brian Barletta, Tom Webster, and myself. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. Download us again tomorrow.